The installation itself is inspired by looking at the city as a kind of living organism. So when Minnie and ADO approached us to create a specific work, I tried to remember the first time that I visited New York. It almost feels like you're sort of alienated, but at the same time being included. So we wanted to play around with that paradox. It's a very much a physical experience. However, what's driving the installation in the way that it moves and breathes is a set of data that kind of reflects what's going on in the city. Little difference in the goldness or the translucency really kind of affects the overall sort of feeling for the work.
I work very closely with Matt to create the concept of the installation, then to bring a narrative aspect to it. The conversations were quite meaningful also in terms of how can we relate this behavior of the installation to something that is meaningful. It's something more poetic, something that is inspired in the activity of the city.
Every column has a motor in it, and every motor is attached to a motor driver. All of those electronics are hooked up to a single computer, which is controlling the entire installation.
We were initially attracted to ADO. It sort of reflects how we operate as a studio. It's quite a dynamic space. There's also been some quite interesting historical projects in the space and projects that had what seemed to be quite a lot of creative freedom. The journey was to try and find what these synergies are between what they do as an organisation and things that we're interested in as an art practice. So this was very much what made us interested in working with ADO. When the installation starts to take physical form and you can start to get a feel for it, that for me is one of the best moments. And then when the public are in there and you can observe that, it's very interesting to see how humans behave within the work, how they navigate the space. It's interesting to see how it affects people's behaviour.